Hi everyone, today we will study about the crop mung bean. Now let's start with some introduction of the crop mung bean. Mung bean, that is Vigna radiata lineus R. Wilczek, is an annual leguminous crop cultivated for its edible seeds and sprouts across Asia. They belong to the family Leguminosae and subfamily Papilionaceae. Mung bean is one of the major pulse crops in our country. It is also known as green gram. It is an important short-duration grain legume crop with wide adaptability, low input requirement, and have the ability to improve soil fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen. They are considered to be the hardiest crop among the pulses. Mung bean, being a protein-rich crop, provide protein requirement for the vegetarian population of the country. It is mainly consumed in the form of whole pulse as well as split pulse. Khichdi made with mung bean is recommended to the aged or ill people as it is easily digestible. In spite of its usual vernacular name of mung bean, Vigna radiata is different species from Vigna mungo, which is usually called black gram or urd bean. Next we have is about its origin. Mung bean is considered to be of Indian origin as evidenced by occurrence at archaeological sites in the Indian subcontinent where it was domesticated as early as 1500 BC. Cultivated mung beans were introduced to southern and eastern Asia, Africa, Australasia, the Americas, and the West Indies. It is now widespread throughout the tropics and is found from sea level up to an altitude of 1,850 meters in the Himalayas. Now let's have a look about its geographic distribution. The important states producing this pulse are Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. India is the largest producer of mung bean and accounts about 54% of the world production and covers about 65% of the world acreage. Now let's see about its classification. There are three subgroups of Vigna radiata. One is cultivated, that is Vigna radiata subspecies radiata, and the other two are wild. The first one is Vigna radiata subspecies Suvlovata, and the another one is Vigna radiata subspecies glabra. Now we will discuss about the climatic requirement of the crop. Mung bean is basically a tropical crop but can be grown in subtropical regions. They are best suited to areas having well-distributed annual rainfall of 60 to 100 cm throughout its growing period of 100 days. It requires hot climate of about 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius and can withstand drought up to a great extent. It reaches maturity very quickly under tropical and subtropical conditions where optimal temperature are about 28 to 30 degrees Celsius and always above 15 degrees Celsius. Mung bean can be grown up to an elevation of 2,000 meters above mean sea level. Heavy rains during the stage of flowering are harmful and adversely affect the production. Next, we will discuss about the soil requirement. Mung bean is cultivated in different kind of soils, which includes light sandy soil of Rajasthan, heavy black loam soil of Cotton, that is in Madhya Pradesh, and also in the red lateritic soil of southern India. However, ideal soil for its cultivation is loamy soil to sandy loam soil with provision of good drainage facility, as the crop cannot withstand water logging. Saline and alkaline soil as well as acidic soil is not suitable for its cultivation. Acidic soil requires liming for its cultivation. A pH range of 6.5 to 7.5 is considered ideal. Next we have is about the popular varieties. Some popular varieties are PDM 1311, Pusa Vaisakhi, JM721, Malviya, Jyoti, Pusha 9531, Pragya, K851, Pusha 16. As the summer and spring season crop, Pusa Vaisakhi and PS16 can be raised successfully. Pan Mung 2, MUM2, CO4 are popular mutant varieties. And as an early maturing crop, Pusa Vaisakhi PS16, K851 can be raised. First mung bean varieties released in India is Dulia. It was released in the year 1980. Next, we will see about the land preparation of mung bean. Mung bean requires 2 to 3 plowing followed by planking or lathering to make the seed bed free from clods and weeds. Land should be leveled properly and care should be taken to provide adequate drainage. As they are mainly grown as a subsidiary crop, it receives the land preparation which was done in the main crop. They can also be established with minimum tillage just by opening the furrows between the stubbles of the previous crop. Next, let's know about its optimum sowing time. In India, these crops are cultivated in 3 different seasons. The first is Kharif, next in the season of Rabi, and last is summer. It is grown under rain-fed condition during the Kharif season and on the residual moisture during Rabi in the eastern and the southern part of the country. However, maximum area of its cultivation is under Kharif season. During Kharif season, sowing is done with the onset of monsoon in the second fortnight of June to the first fortnight of July. And during Rabi season, sowing is done in the month of October to November. And as a summer season crop, sowing is done in the middle of March to the middle of April. Now let's have some idea about how seed treatment should be carried out. For prevention of soil-borne diseases, seeds should be treated with therum at the rate of 2.5 gram per kg of seed or 2 gram carbendazim per kg or 5 to 10 gram trichoderma per kg of seed. For increasing nodule formation, after seed treatment with the previous mentioned chemicals, the seeds should be mixed with rhizobium culture. 1 packet of rhizobium culture, that is 250 gram, is sufficient for the seed treatment required for 1 acre. Rhizobium treatment increased the nodule formation, 10 to 15% increase in yield, and also minimize the use of nitrogenous fertilizer for the subsequent crop. Next, we will see about the different methods of sowing. The seed may be sown by broadcasting the seed, or it may be drilled in furrows behind a plow in rows. Sowing in rows has been found to be the superior as it ensures required spacing for canopy development as well as easy weeding. Sowing done by seed-cum-fertilizer drill helps greatly to achieve uniform plant stand and efficient utilization of fertilizer. Next we have is seed rate, spacing and sowing depth. Generally, the seed rate of 10 to 15 kg per hectare of mung bean is used for the Kharif season. However, for the Rabi season crop, 20 to 30 kg per hectare seed rate is appropriate. Now about the spacing. During Kharif season, 30 to 35 cm by 10 cm spacing should be maintained. For Rabi as well as summer season, 20 to 25 cm by 8 cm should be maintained. The seeds should be placed 4 to 5 cm deep. Now we will discuss about manures and fertilizer application. Being a leguminous crop, mung bean requires a starter dose of nitrogen. The crop meets its nitrogen requirement by biological nitrogen fixation after 3 weeks. Usually, a starter dose of 20 kg nitrogen per hectare is applied. In addition to this, 40 kg phosphorus and 20 kg sulfur per hectare should be applied at the time of sowing. The response of potash in mung bean is negligible or absent, owing to high potassium content of most of the Indian soil. However, in highly deficient soil, 20 kg potash may be applied. Next we have is about the cropping system. During Kharif, mung bean are generally grown with maize, sorghum, pearl millet, pigeon pea and cotton as intercrop. Intercropping can also be done with spring planted sugarcane. Important crop rotation practices include maize followed by wheat and then mung bean. Potato followed by wheat and then mung. Next is mung followed by wheat. Next, mung followed by potato. Coming up next is about the water management. Mung bean grown during Kharif season does not require irrigation unless there is long dry spell. However, they yield better if they are supplied with one life-saving irrigation which may be applied during the early pod formation stage. Irrigation is beneficial for the crop raised during Rabi and summer season. 3 to 4 irrigation should be given according to the soil type, including 1 as pre-sowing irrigation if the soil moisture status is low. The first irrigation should be applied after 20 to 25 days of sowing and repeat after 10 to 15 days as per need. Flowering and pod filling stages are identified as critical stages for irrigation of the crop. Now we will discuss about the weed management. Weed causes about 30 to 40% losses in the grain yield. 1 or 2 weeding at 25 and 45 days after sowing are recommended to keep down the weeds. The use of wheel hoe or hand hoe is also quite effective in controlling weeds between the rows. The critical period of crop weed competition varies from 15 to 30 days after sowing. Application of pendimethalin 30 EC or alachlor 50 EC at the rate of 3 liter per 800 liter of water per hectare within 2 days after sowing may control broadleaf weeds. Application of herbicides followed by one hand weeding and hoeing is most effective. Next, we will study about the major insect of mung bean as well as its management. The first one is stem fly, that is Ophiomia fagioli. This can be managed by following clean cultivation, crop rotation, earning of growing trap crop, destroying alternative hosts. This can also be managed by soaking of seeds either in imidacloprid 17.8 SL at the rate of 5 ml per kg of seeds for 1 hour or thiamethoxam 25 vegetable granules at the rate of 5 gram per kg of seeds. Another management option is spraying either with imidacloprid 17.8 SL at the rate of 0.2 ml per liter of water or thiamethoxam 25 vegetable granules at the rate of 0.3 gram per liter of water at 15 days after sowing. Next is Bihar hairy caterpillar, that is Spilarxia obliqua. This can be controlled by spraying of endosulfan 35 EC at the rate of 2.5 ml per liter of water, or this can be managed by application of quinalphos 25 EC at the rate of 2 ml per liter of water or dichlorobos 100 EC at the rate of 1 ml per liter of water or fenvalerate at the rate of 20 EC at the rate of 1 ml per liter of water, or this can be managed by dusting with fenvalerate 0.4% at the rate of 15 kg per hectare. Another insect is pot borer, that is Helicoburpa armazera. This can be managed by deep summer plowing for exposure and destroying the pupating larvae. Another management option is using pheromone trap at the rate of 5 per hectare for monitoring of pest population. Next we have is about disease and its management. First one is yellow mosaic disease. This can be managed by spraying with triazophos 40 EC at the rate of 2 ml per liter of water or malathion 50 EC at the rate of 2 ml per liter of water. Next is Cercospora leaf spot. This can be managed by spraying with carbendazim 50 WP at the rate of 1 gram per liter of water or Mancozeb 45 WP at the rate of 2 gram per liter of water. Subsequent spray should be done after 10 to 15 days if required. Treatment of the seed with Thiram or Captan at the rate of 2.5 gram per kg of seed can also control the disease. Next one is anthracnose. Seed treatment with Thiram 80% WP at the rate of 2 gram per liter of water or Captan 75 WP at the rate of 2.5 gram per liter of water. This can also be managed by spraying the crop with 0.2% Zinef at the rate of 2 gram per liter of water or Giram 80% WP at the rate of 2 gram per liter of water with the first appearance of the symptoms on the crop and repeat after 15 days if necessary. Next is about harvesting and threshing. Mung bean crop grown for seed are generally harvested when pods begin to darken. They are mostly hand-picked at weekly intervals. Harvesting should be completed in 2 to 3 pickings. In newer varieties in which the plant matures uniformly, the whole plants are harvested and sun-dried before being threshed. Once pods have dried, the seeds are removed by beating or by trampling. Next is about the storage practices. After threshing, the seeds should be winnowed and cleaned properly to remove green pods, leaf material, debris, etc. prior to storage. The grains should be dried properly before storage. Mung bean grains with about 12% moisture can be stored in regular grain bins that have been fumigated to control bean weevils. Next, we will see about the yield potential. A well-managed crop may yield up to 12 to 15 quintal of grains per hectare. Now, coming to the conclusion. Mung bean is one of the main pulse crop in India. It is an important short-duration grand legume crop with wide adaptability that can fit in most of the cropping system with low input requirement and have the ability to improve soil fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen. In addition to these benefits, they serve as a good food to age or ill people as it is easily digestible. Considering all this, mung bean is becoming an important crop in context of soil and crop environment as well as human health benefits. Therefore, to realize the yield potential of various mung bean varieties, adoption of improved technology is very essential. Thank you.